Yeah,
It
you're
is.
open with a lot of things.
Relax,
Lord,
buddy. Relax.
here we go.
Don't disrespect
Here
your
we go.
elders like that, young man.
Here we go
Just
again.
saying, just saying.
Yeah, you're saying a lot, and I don't like it.
Get used
Dang,
to it.
But you
Deal
know
I
what
with
I
it.
do
seen.
like? The fact that we're here, episode 6. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lack of Control podcast. Lou, Armani, Khalil, my brothers, how are we today? Another episode.
Another day,
Fantastic.
another dollar.
There we go. I mean, let's hope that it's more than a dollar.
Fantastic.
$2.
$2. There we go.
Two
I could work
dollars.
with
$2
$2.
bill. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Dang. Hey,
but
you know,
that's the one.
honestly, the $2 bills are rare.
Yeah,
Honestly,
those
so
are the ones you
that's
gotta
not
Exactly.
bad.
fold up and keep it in your wallet. That's what's supposed to bring you money,
Mm,
A
according
two
to
dollar
the
exactly.
bill.
superstitions. Yeah.
If that's
Yeah.
all the money you got, is GG's, my boy.
Hey,
that don't
look.
that don't even give you a pack of bubble gum anymore.
Yo, the
Nah,
crazy
bro.
thing about the $2 now is that don't even cover enough for taxes.
Facts. That is true. Fucking crazy.
Bro,
Fucking
nah.
crazy, man.
Wait,
But
who's
yeah,
on the two
man,
dollar bill again?
it's a week, new week, same time, same place. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, the listeners, the supporters. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in again to another episode.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
let's jump right into it, man. Khalil, what you got for us, Mr. Moderator?
Shit. Well, it ain't got much, you know what I'm saying? Main objective we trying to say on this episode. Let me stop. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm
Everyone's
just
listening, like, what
playing.
the fuck is going on here?
I'm just saying some random shit, honestly. But nah, I want to go straight into Armani said he got some type of secret NBA take. I want to know what the secret NBA take is.
Uh-oh.
Oh shoot, we getting straight into it. Okay, say
Yeah, bro, we
less.
here. We here. They already clicked the episode there. He already listed what the episode is. Now they ready and
Mm-hmm.
willing to hear what Armani Frazier got to say. So what's up?
Bet. So my secret NBA take: small guards won't exist in 10 years. And what I mean
Damn.
by that is, if you is 6'3" or lower, it's GG's for you. You good. Bro, you're not gonna be in the league. And if you are in the league, you're gonna be coming off the bench. Cause it's like it's too many big ass 6'8", 7-foot niggas coming in, dribbling, playmaking. Like, bro, Jalen Johnson basically just took this nigga Trey Young chicken, bro. He took his chicken. This nigga
Gang.
was injured, and Jalen Johnson came in and did his job better than him because he's taller. He's just bigger. Pause.
Nah,
Play.
honestly, the bigger man won, man. What we can say,
Yeah, the bigger man won, bro. Like he knew how to handle the ball. It was
Is
bigger
that
than
is
him.
that
You know
like
what I'm
how it
saying?
is in like a relationship too? The guy with the bigger, you know what I'm talking
Get
about.
the
When
fuck
just
out of here, bro.
Nah,
You
not
did
all the
not
time.
just
Not all the
compare the
time.
two. Oh, hell
hey,
nah.
hey, I
We
was wondering,
are
man.
out of control. See what I did there? See what I did?
So
This nigga.
nah, I agree with you, dude. Like, yeah, definitely guards that are smaller right now, 6'3". Honestly, shit, 6'4" is gonna be like the new standard of being short in the NBA, most likely,
Bro,
I
because
you
agree.
gonna be
yeah,
Isaiah Thomas in 10 years, basically. Like,
that ass. Like Jalen, you got players like Amen Thompson over on the Houston Rockets. Obviously, he switched over to the point guard in the beginning of the season because obviously they didn't have Fred Van Fleet. So yeah, I agree. They're definitely gonna do that. A lot of these taller guards, like how are you gonna match up against a Tyrese, a Cade Cunningham, or in some cases, shit, you might even have Wemby come down the court with the fucking ball. We don't even know.
Yeah.
So it is a yeah, I agree. Yeah, in 10, I don't even think 10 years. I think less than 10 years to be honest with you, because the fact that we
Yeah.
got 7-footers out here that are doing behind the back passes and triple double king type shit,
Bro,
like I mean,
people don't
it's
realize
different game,
people don't realize how fast the NBA years fly by. Like,
fast
you
as
know what
fuck.
I mean? They fly so fast in
yeah,
a blink
y'all
of
would
an
know.
eye. So relax. So you know what I mean? Like,
Old ass
just like
niggas.
3 years ago, we had a boatload more of guards that were younger that were shorter than 6'4", running the point guard position, that were scrawny, short, didn't really have a lot of strength, and was still able to succeed in the
Mm-hmm.
league, or at least play their role and have significant minutes, sign contracts, here on all that good shit. So now it seems like that it is fading away, like how Armani mentioned. It is fading away little by little, but as history shows, the in sports as a whole, it always somehow, some way reverts back. There's always that one guy that comes in, maybe 10, 15 years down the line that remind people of, oh shit, he reminds me of, I don't know, I guess in this case, since Armani used it as an example, Trey Young, right? And then boom, then that becomes the new like norm again, or at least not like as frequent, but you know, pretty much more than you were used to seeing the years prior to. Because I mean, like Khalil said, piggybacking off what he said, you got guys like LaMelo Ball playing the point guard. He's 6'7". You got guys like
Facts.
Amen Thompson, even
Cade.
Cade. Even though Amen Thompson is not, he's playing the point guard position for obvious reasons because of the injury of Fred VanVleet. But even Fred VanVleet, he's small. He's
Yeah,
stocky.
and
Yeah.
honestly,
He's stocky,
who's to
but he's
say when he
small.
comes back? Who's to say when he comes back? Like how? I mean, obviously they're gonna need him on that in that squad for regardless.
Oh yeah,
But who's to say when he comes back that they need him as much? I mean, with the rise of all these taller guards now, they might easily go over and say, what's to stop them from picking up a player like a Ryan Rollins? Not specifically Ryan Rollins,
but a
but
player like,
someone of that caliber. You know
yeah,
what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you're right. Armani shorter guards is definitely going to be a difficult place they're going to put them in. I don't know where they
Bro,
fall
if
in
you're
line.
not on the caliber of Steph Curry, Jalen Brunson, like Tyrese
Yeah,
Maxey, those
Trey Young,
guys,
even Trey Young, honestly,
nah,
yeah.
Trey Young is gonna be coming off the bench. Like if another nigga like
What?
if he
Wait a
play
minute.
wait,
Wait a
hold
minute.
on. Let me finish.
All
Let me
right, go ahead,
finish.
cook. Go ahead and cook.
In 10 years, if you got Trey Young coming in, another nigga like Trey Young coming in the league, I'm sorry, he's coming off the bench. You know why? Because they gonna have a nigga that could do what Trey Young could do, but 4 inches taller, 5 inches taller.
yeah.
So
Hey, and
it's
we in the
like,
world of inches.
wow, wow.
What? What?
Speaking of
I'm wrong?
inches, you know
Go
who?
ahead and express yourself, my boy. I accept it.
He say he accepts it. Hey, we're not gonna say too much, but we know why Khalil went a little ghost on us for the last 2 nights. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
Mm-hmm.
relax, relax,
Hey,
relax. I don't
I'm
know
not
Mm-hmm.
what.
saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. Inches, baby,
Yeah,
inches, inches.
I'm just saying relax, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a fantastic weekend,
How
we'll
was
keep it
your
at
weekend,
that.
Khalil? Now that we're on the
Boop,
topic
boop,
of
You
boop,
weekends.
boop, boop.
since we're on the topic of weekend, I wanted to give our viewers a little context. Trey Young, he's actually 6 foot. Jalen Johnson, I'm just kidding. So I mean, weekend was fantastic, y'all boys. I can't even complain. Went out to some place over in Kissimmee called Old Town, which honestly, I'm in Florida, y'all boys. So y'all know Florida, they got this place called Kissimmee, which I call a little Spanish town because
It
like
is.
everybody from
That's a
everybody
little PR,
That's little
man.
Puerto Rico,
is,
baby.
yeah. Exactly. Everybody know that little spot over there. So one thing about this spot, I went to Old Town, man, they had this food truck place, the food like fruit
Oh
truck world
yeah,
or some
yeah.
shit like
Oh
that.
my God, bro. Fire,
Yo,
fire.
fucking gas.
Yeah,
Like, how have I never known about this? I
it's
be
so good,
swearing.
bro.
I was telling the person I was with yesterday, and the name is gonna be undisclosed because y'all don't need to know that information.
Hey, it's
But
all good. Don't
anyways,
want to know.
I was telling them like, yo, it's kind of crazy that every time I go into Kissimmee, I find new different places of Kissimmee. That's how fucking big the place is.
Oh yeah,
It
bro.
don't make
I
sense.
mean, think
I
about it.
swear.
You were essentially at the beginning stages of one part of Kissimmee. If you were to keep going down that whole 192, bro, that thing would have taken you all the way to Melbourne,
Oh
passing
man. So
St.
at that
Cloud
at
and
that
all that shit. So yeah, Kissimmee's a pretty big city, bro.
I have a hot
yeah.
take about Kissimmee, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Go ahead, go for it,
I
Cook.
just
Ooh,
thought
what's your
about
hot
it.
take?
I'm pretty sure I agree.
That shit's overrated,
Oh,
bro.
well, the fact that
What?
All
you're
the
saying
niggas
that
out
it's over,
there.
the fact that you're saying it's overrated,
Hold on.
I think
Let me cook.
Kissimmee's like, I hate Kissimmee.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead
He
and cook.
said, he said okay, I'm gonna say what I have to say to Lou. I gotta hear what you gotta say because you hate Kissimmee.
Yeah,
I gotta see why.
yeah.
Bro,
That's a
all
strong
that's in
word.
Kissimmee is Spanish food and talent, bro. Other than that, ain't nothing to do out there for
Ooh, I'm
Yeah,
real.
gonna need you to
hey,
emphasize a
but
little
if
more
we're
on
gonna
Let's
talent.
be
What do
no,
you
no,
mean
no,
real.
by
hold on.
talent?
Let me chime in now that he mentioned especially now with the talent thing. Yeah, they got talent,
Mm,
but the
Mm-hmm.
talent has been around every studio and has auditioned for every
Mm.
possible role that's in Kissimmee. If you catch what I'm saying.
They got a
so
whole
what you're
bunch of
saying is you
Russell
got a bunch of.
Westbrooks out there. Like they
I was about to say
talented,
you
There's
got
but
a
a
they've
bunch of
been around
vets.
yeah,
I
let's
see.
just
I
put it
see.
like this.
Vets.
There if you're, if you know about Kissimmee, if you know people and stuff, because the place where I went to school was not too far off from Kissimmee, right? So I was a
Mm-hmm.
damn near borderline, still Orlando, but borderline.
Border.
Um,
That's ironic.
oh my god. That's my job, Armani. That's my job. But yeah, no, like there's a famous saying in regards to like a female, Kissimmee thought. And if you know, if you're listening,
Mm,
if you know, you know. So it's it's really a thing. And I honestly, Kissimmee is just a place where there's just a bunch of, it's just like the people, right? Don't get me wrong, there is certain parts of Kissimmee that is nice, and you got your your average folks and all that stuff. But there's certain parts of Kissimmee, bro, where it's just I don't know. It's just not that I want to comparing it to like a ghetto or anything like that. It's just like the people there. It's just, I just can't stand it. The traffic is
mm.
disgusting. I know the traffic out here in
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie,
Orlando's
that
any
traffic is
better,
rough.
but goddamn.
Honestly, you got to really think about it. I'm kind of glad you mentioned traffic. Anywhere you go right now, honestly, in the US, unless you like in one of those cities like fucking, I guess, Nebraska, maybe, because like who the fuck wants to be in Nebraska or like Idaho, for example. But like in those major cities, you're going to find that there's going to be a lot of people moving. Florida in specific. I mean, everybody trying to come to Florida, either tired of the cold, and I don't want to hear y'all say shit about New Yorkers because yes, I'm a fucking asses is here. But my point I'm
Mm.
making is that everybody's trying to find a destination to move to, and traffic is just gonna constantly keep blowing up. It ain't gonna change. You figure more people are buying more cars. More cars are being placed on the road. More cars on the road meaning more fucking traffic. More traffic meaning that there's gonna be a shit ton of construction to build larger roads, which is just gonna hinder traffic. So it don't matter where you go in Florida, Kissimmee, bumfuck Egypt, fucking Texas, Georgia, like all them places, those high heavy traffic places are gonna always have heavy traffic because everybody want to be there.
So what I'm hearing is we taking L.A.K to Montana.
I am not going to
Montana.
fucking Montana.
Who the fuck Montana? What's
Damn, he
Montana
said that
even
it's
good
so.
for?
Lou said that was so much like anger. He fucked up Montana.
Why the fuck am I going to move to
Mo-
Montana? What the hell's in who's in
yeah,
Montana?
what's in Montana? Who's there?
Wait, is it Montana where the
Nature?
Yellowstone show is like supposed to be
Oh,
I
you
centered
know
think
around?
what?
so. Like they
I
got
think
I
so.
would
nature.
like to visit that, but that's about it.
All right, all
Yeah,
right.
mountains and
You,
shit.
I heard Yellowstone is actually a pretty good
No,
show.
yeah,
I
me
gotta
too.
tap
My
in
my
with that.
mom, my mom and her husband love that show. Shout out, mama.
Yo, Armani,
Mama.
I'm gonna
Mama.
need you to I'm gonna need you to tighten up, Armani, and get this shit going with catching up on TV shows, bro. How you the youngest one of all of us, but don't watch no type of TV? And ain't nothing wrong with
Hold
watching
on.
TV for the listeners that talking about TV.
My question is, how the fuck do y'all have all this time to watch TV?
Well,
What do
I
you
haven't caught up with
mean?
a lot of shows that are like that a lot of people are hooked on nowadays. I've seen, little small series. I mean, Stranger Things has been out for a while now, and they didn't come out like every other, like they didn't come out every year. So it took like, every 2 years they were coming out with shows. Um I was a little delayed with Breaking Bad, but glad I sat down and saw that whole entire thing.
Breaking
Um
Bad's
it's
fire.
a fucking great
Fire.
show. It
First two seasons is rough, but
Yeah.
after that you good.
Nah, I think from the beginning it was fire from start to
I have to
finish.
wait two
Fun fact,
seasons.
fun fact. No, no, no,
Oh,
no, 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 no,
relax,
no, no, no,
Armani.
no.
All right,
Uh,
patience is a
Fun fact,
virtue, my
fun
friend.
fact, fun fact. Breaking Bad is number one of all time with a show rating per episode of throughout the whole entire length of their runtime on TV, where they never went below a 5-star rating or an eight-star rating. Excuse me, an
Damn.
8-star rating,
mm.
bro. That says a lot.
I'm trying to tell you, Armani, I'm trying to tell you, man. You know
Out of
what
how
it
many
is about
stars?
watching probably 10, I'm assuming. 8 out of 10, what? Right?
Wait, what? Oh,
Gotta
yeah,
be.
like yeah, it's like 8 out of 10, of course, yeah. So
It's got to
fucking
be out of 10.
8 out of
I've never
20. Come on.
out of 20, yeah,
Yeah,
facts. What's the fucking purpose?
yeah.
I
But I mean,
thought 8 out
Armani,
of 11.
the thing about TV shows is that I think what I like about personally TV shows is that it builds an imagination, a storyline. Like I guess if you got a creative mind, which Cosmic Souls, shout out to Cosmic Souls,
Cosmic
you
Souls,
got a
baby.
creative mind.
Shop
So you
today.
know what I'm saying? Like I think the reasoning behind it is really just to kind of see how maybe a writer or a producer takes an idea and puts it into a show and then gets these characters to play that particular character or
Oh
these
yeah,
actors,
yeah,
I'm
for
sorry.
sure.
So I think that's really what it is for me, how I watch so many shows, because sometimes you watch a show that has one particular actor in it and then he pops up or she pops up in another show and it's like, oh shit, like damn, all right, you can do acting, all right, you kind of funny in this role here, you play
Khalil,
a
bro. I'm
what,
convinced, bro. You got 36 hours in a day, bro. I'm convinced.
36.
Bro,
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 you
this man
understand.
got a full-time job. This man got two businesses. This man, yo, bro, what's up with you? You got a dog, like, bro. You good.
Hey,
You're
What
you
inspiring,
type of
man.
time
just
limit you on?
Why don't you uplift your fellow brother and you say that he inspires a guy and or a young man like yourself?
He got. Yeah, he
He
does. He
inspires
does.
me. And
After this weekend, yeah, I'm
I told
definitely
him recently,
inspired for
especially
sure.
why he inspires me. You know why? You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
why?
facts,
You
facts.
guys know why?
oh
Hey,
my
no one knows what the
goodness.
fuck we're talking about, bro. Relax, relax, relax.
Lord. Anyways, as I was saying, I mean, yeah, man. This I don't know how I have so much time to watch TV. I just anytime I have any type of free time or downtime, I'm like, all right, let me just put my iPad up real quick, watch this episode, and boom, boom, boom. I'm good. I don't know. I'll get lost in a TV show, honestly, especially if it's good and it's got some good jokes in it. Like I love TV shows specifically that if you watch it, like they correlate to real world shit that's going on, whether it's some crazy trend that they talking
Mm.
about. For example, like if I was watching a TV show and they talked about some damn 6'7", that'd probably be funny because I'm like, all right, I get you. You getting hips with the time. All right, cool. So it's like shit like that. Like it's funny how when you watch TV or movies or anything that you really put out on a big screen, like just how things have changed and really progressed. I mean, months ago I was watching, or sorry, weeks ago I was watching the Terminator movie. That movie came out in like 1980 some change. And now you
Damn.
look at like the newer movies, like it's crazy, the special effects, the acting, like just certain things that we did before that we don't do now. So I don't know, I find that shit intriguing and shit. That correlates to even what we do now with the podcasting. How probably how people probably started podcasting before to like how it is now. You can have a whole fucking studio from your home office.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's
Khalil,
just
what was
intriguing.
how much was your ticket to the first Terminator movie?
You're bugging. You're bugging,
I
bro. I
fucking
ain't
this kid.
that
I hate
old.
this kid.
Yo,
I hate this kid.
this
You know
kid
what, Khalil? Hey,
here.
Khalil, take off your belt.
Yeah, you know what?
Hey
I'm gonna have
yo,
to.
bro, y'all see Michael Irvin every time that Miami
Yeah,
wins,
bro.
bro?
I'm glad that you brought that up, Mr. Segway King Jr. So speaking
I knew he
of,
was gonna fucking do that shit. I fucking knew it, bro. I don't know if Armani did
so
that shit on
He
speak
purpose, but
actually like
he
that.
knew what he was doing. Khalil knew what he was doing. He was waiting for
It's
that moment.
since we talking about belt to ass, yeah, them boys Miami, they still are in it in the
Yep.
college football
Hey
playoffs.
yo,
Yo,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
they still in there to
what's
win
up
it,
with this
man.
man?
I don't know. Maybe they got some inches, something about inches.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
how
I
it works
mean,
around
they
But
here.
is in Miami.
and it isn't football. It is a game of inches.
Yeah.
So I mean, take your minds out the gutter, people.
I
But
mean,
anyways,
speaking of
A
Miami
game
though,
of
they
inches.
like to be fair, the game wasn't belt to ass. Like they didn't win by a lot. Like it was a really
eh,
good game down to the very last, damn near the very last drive for Miami to take away the
And
lead.
they honestly they got out that bitch lucky
Yeah.
because it was a PI on the last
Oh
play.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah. I mean, some may argue,
yeah.
right? But I agree with you. But some may argue, right? Because I did see a lot of in these major sports media outlets and all that stuff that they were saying like arguing whether it was or it wasn't. So yeah, I agree. But I mean, it was a really good
what
fucking
idiot said
game,
it wasn't?
huh?
What idiot said it wasn't?
I forgot. That's how much I cared.
Colin Cowherd probably. He would say something like that.
It was background noise. So I don't really pay attention much. I just kind of watch it just because it's
Hey, well,
sports related shit, and that's kind of all I really watch. So it was
Khalil
yeah.
knows a lot about background noise.
Oh god.
what do I know
But
about
speaking about
background
belt
noise?
to ass, speaking about belt to ass, since we were on that topic though, Miami, Ole Miss, Miami is heading to the national championship game, and they will be facing the Indiana Hoosiers. Um, they put that
The
belt to
Indiana
ass.
losers,
Yeah, the Indiana Hoosiers. That's the name of the.
Nah,
losers.
he said losers.
Yeah, because that's what they about to be. Because Miami about to put belt to
Nah,
ass. I'm sorry, bro.
Indiana's gonna
Whoa.
win that
Nah,
game.
you know what?
Indiana.
Nah, okay,
Did you
Armani,
see?
relax. Hey, young one, relax. Let the adults finish
Whoa.
talking before you chime in. All right. What I was going to say is that I think Miami's gonna win, but the way Indiana's playing, Indiana might be running football this year.
Well, I mean,
Shit. I
shit. The
mean, they
way
was
they did you see that the legit belt to ass that they gave Oregon?
yeah, of course, 56-22 to a team
Bro,
that just recently put
shit.
belt to ass to Texas Tech,
Yeah,
23-0.
yeah.
So yeah,
The
like
game was over from the
From the
first
beginning, I
play,
stopped watching it
literally.
after right when it went to halftime. I just stopped watching it.
yeah,
Because
that was
honestly,
ass. Honestly, I
and
couldn't
I
believe
remember
it.
Khalil because we were in the group chat and I wrote that and Khalil and Armani was like, "Oh nah, I'm not done watching it because it's just so like it's just seeing Indiana they just play so good and whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't want to watch a fucking an assassination on live TV. Like all this hype, all this money involved, all this viewership, and it's like for what to watch." an ass whooping like that. You know what I mean? Like, and to top it
Hey,
all
it's
off,
all about
neither
character building.
in yeah, and neither one of those teams are like I'm a diehard fan for or one of my favorite teams. I'm not a, I can care
At
less.
all.
So it's not something I want to watch. If it was a team that I love or I root for or some shit or I have money on, then all right. But I didn't give a fuck.
Honestly, to be honest, I really can't believe that Miami is in the national championship this year and Indiana. Like it's just I would never have thought this last year that this year we would see Indiana and Miami. Miami maybe a little bit
Yeah,
because I
they
know
were
they were
close
having
last year.
yeah, they were close last year, exactly. But then they lost their QB, so I was like, ah, they don't got a chance. But to do what they're doing this season, it is a little shocking. I guess that coach is really showing up like, yo, this we came here to really fucking play. We didn't come here to be all right, make it to the playoffs and then get chopped out. I think guess old school Miami is really back to get this natty. So
Yeah.
hey, hey, all the kudos to them. Hopefully they get the win. But if not,
Should be a good
it's
game though.
gonna be go Florida State,
I
baby.
mean,
Go
like,
Florida
I
State.
do think Miami has a better defense than Oregon. So I think that maybe might kind
It's
of
gonna be a high scoring game.
hopefully that kind of like levels out the playing field when it comes to like the blowout that Indiana could possibly give them. But I mean, either which way, it's cool
Actually,
too that it's Miami's first time going to a natty after so many years, and they're going to play in their home turf. So they got that home field
it
advantage.
might. It actually might.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think Miami's defense is pretty solid. And but I don't know, man. Indiana's been running up the score these past couple of games.
Yeah.
I don't know who's gonna be able to slow them down because even when Indiana played against Alabama, it was 38-3. Oregon 56-22, as we mentioned. And really, all the Miami games has recently passed. I mean, Ohio State they beat by 10. Before that, the Texas A&M game they beat them by 7. And in this recent game, when they played Ole Miss, they only really beat them by 4. So these are all close games relatively. I don't know if you look at the stats and these close scores, I'd probably say on paper Indiana might be the better team just because of the way they're winning these games.
Oh,
But
I agree.
it's gonna be
I'm
it'll be
gonna be
interesting.
honest. When it comes to Indiana, I don't think it's close between Indiana and every other team this year. Like Indiana's in a tier of their own. Like they're that good, bro.
The
And the thing
OKC of
is,
college football.
hmm?
Are they the OKC of college football?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, they're
bro, they're
undefeated,
so
right? They haven't
good.
lost.
And the yeah, they
Nope.
haven't
Yeah.
lost, and they might be the first team of all time, I believe, to go 16-0 if they win this game. But
Has that
yeah,
never happened before? Since or is this since like
nah,
the whole switching around of the playoff
it's
brackets and
because of the
shit?
playoffs. There's more games in the
Uh
playoffs, so but
damn.
still 16-0?
Yeah,
Shit.
that
That's
ain't no
crazy.
joke.
Yeah, but the thing with Indiana, bro, it's not that they have the most talent. Like, if I'm not mistaken, they only have like 8 4 and 5 stars compared to all these other
No, they
college
don't have
football
no five
playoff teams that
stars.
have like 20.
You don't remember Fernando Mendoza in the when they after they won in that press conference. He's like, "Yo, I'm so proud of these guys. We came into this year with 0 5-star recruits on a team, and nobody expected us to be here. And look at us now, whatever." So they don't have
Yeah,
none.
yeah.
So that just shows the testament of their work that they put into this year. They the togetherness that they got. I can't fucking speak. And it's just and the emergence of Fernando Mendoza, Heisman winner,
Probably because of
projected
your accent. That's
per,
why.
yeah, projected number one draft pick. So I mean, I'm just hoping that it's a good game. I mean, if it's a blowout like how the Indiana gave Oregon, yeah, you could bet that I will be not watching that shit by halftime.
It'll be a
Yeah,
defensive
they're
game on
they're the
Miami's
best.
part.
Indiana to me is the most. They're not the best team ever, but they're the most well coached team ever. Like they're so damn disciplined, bro. That in by the way, they got a shit ton of like 23 and 24-year-olds. So it's like with the experience and with the coaching, bro, that it's they're not gonna. I just really don't see a way that they're gonna lose this year. Like, and honestly, like I know we all want a good game, but I don't know how Miami's gonna stay close to that team if Indiana keeps playing the way they've been playing. So we'll see.
Yeah, we definitely gonna see for sure, man. We might have to take y'all want to take a trip down to Miami for that game?
No, thank you.
Yeah,
I keep
facts.
my happy ass
I'm good
here
on
in
that.
in
Yo,
the O.
only trip I'm trying to take is a trip we supposedly supposed to be taking later on this year. Well, that's still a plan.
Oh
We
yeah,
ordering the
oh yeah.
girls and
For
the bottle service, right?
come on, bro, you weren't supposed to say that out loud, man.
Oh shit, my
Come
bad.
on, man. My mom listens
Said
to this
ordering the
podcast, Khalil.
girls. Yo.
My bad.
Mom, he's just kidding.
Is
He's just kidding.
are we getting the babysitter for Armani?
Wow.
No.
Hey, nah, man, we getting some beignets, man, and some gumbo.
Ooh,
Some
that
beignets
sounds
and
yummy.
gumbo.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
gonna be eating that shit. Zion be eating. Yeah, I'm not
Whoa.
talking about
Word.
I'm not talking about the. Yeah, I ain't
Yeah.
talking about that, y'all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was about
What
to
is
Relax,
say,
oh,
oh shit. All right.
relax.
All right.
Yeah, nah, I'm
Freaky
good on
Z,
that.
huh?
Yeah,
Your
freaky.
lip
Freaky
gonna
Z.
start falling off.
Yo,
You're
lip
gonna
falling off is
you're gonna end up
crazy
heading you're
work.
gonna end up heading back home, and the first day back in the back at work, they're gonna be like, "Yo, what's that bump on your lip?" Like,
Yeah,
Yo,
facts.
I have no fucking idea.
Niggas
hashtag
gonna have
lip
warts
falling
on their
off.
lips.
Yo, wart lip is not for me. No, thank you. But yeah, anyway, since we want to talk about basketball and Zion Williamson, I don't know how I'm gonna segue from this. But anyways, John Morant.
I would like to say,
Grizz-
guys, as you know, the name of the podcast is Lack of Control. So we're out of fucking control. We're bouncing all over the place. So you know what I mean?
Hey, bro.
Catch up.
Oh my
Catch
god.
up.
He said
hey
we're
man,
bouncing all over the place.
I'm not
Continue.
talking to
we're talking.
us. I'm talking to the listeners.
Hey man.
Just making
Anyways,
sure they're catching
Grizzlies
up.
are listening to a trade offers for Ja Morant, according to them right now. So, Mr. 12 over in Ja Morant, Mr. Can't put the gun down. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say that. Anyways, Mr.
Put
Can't
down
put
the
the gun
nine,
up.
Jamal.
Anyways, is
All right.
actually being listed as trade offers right now. Where should he go? Plain and simple. Where y'all think Josh should go?
I'm gonna keep it plain and simple.
Miami,
Yeah.
Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
Either Brooklyn or Milwaukee. That. I'm just gonna keep it plain and simple.
No, honestly,
Ew.
hear him out. Hear him out. The Milwaukee. I'm curious. Why do you think Milwaukee? That's the
Well,
good one.
because
I'm curious. Why?
Milwaukee has the pieces to make that trade and still not give up too much. They have a lot of guys that they're overpaying where they're not producing. So you can make the salary work. You got expiring contracts that Memphis will want in return. Of course, they have the draft capital to
Mm-hmm.
throw into that. Obviously, that draft
Mm-hmm.
pick won't be nothing out of this world. But the point is to just snag as much draft capital as you can. My thing is that if you look at the landscape that there was for the Trey Young value, you think that John Morant is gonna go? And the only reason why I'm asking this is, do you really think John Morant's gonna be worth more in a trade?
Oh no,
You
no,
feel
it's
me?
not a
No.
So
matter of
that
them not being able to get him.
what?
It's the fit.
It's the
Ja and
well
Giannis?
that the thing is
But
that
that, hey,
if
but
you're
that's
Milwaukee,
the
you have to do
that's the
anything right
dynamic.
now to try to help you guys I guess see a future, right?
This
Because right now clearly they don't have no direction. They're not going to do anything this year. They're not going to win anything.
Yeah, let me tell you something about Giannis right now, dude. That man is like the most prima donna person that he's been turning into lately. I mean, first he talks about everybody. I want to be a Knick, I want to play, blah blah blah. Now it's oh well, I want to stay in Milwaukee, but if you guys find something that gives you a championship and gets me a championship, then I'm fine moving other places. Now all of a sudden he's saying, oh, I actually didn't mention that I want to go anywhere. I'm fine staying where I am in Milwaukee, but they haven't come up with me with any type of conversation. So it's just like a lot of all over the place shit going on. We really don't honestly know what Giannis really wants. He says he wanted to be a
Yeah.
Knick. Now he says he wants to be in Milwaukee. If you do happen to get a John Morant and you put him on that team, I mean, how does that fit? It's an interesting dynamic. Ja can't shoot for shit. Giannis, we know he doesn't shoot either. So now
Yeah,
you
the
got
shooting would be
two
the question right there.
shooting is gonna be ass. You got a guy. Ja doesn't really play the best defense either. I just don't know how the dynamic works. And if they decide to do that, is Milwaukee doing that with the hopes like, yeah, we're gonna pick up Ja with the intentions that maybe Giannis may not stay. Maybe coming next season he decides, you know what, fuck it, I don't want to be here no more, and actually does
I
move.
mean, yeah. I
Well, at
mean,
least then
and if that
you
is
would
the
have a
case, then
job.
at least yeah, exactly. You have a because no matter what, Jaw's going to fill that arena up
Yeah. Regardless,
regardless because
regardless.
of who
Yeah,
he
that's
is.
what you're
Yeah.
bringing him in there for, but that's it.
I mean, that's not the
That's the
reasoning
only
on
reason I
Honestly,
why.
think
That
that.
is not the reason why. No team is going to bring you on to just because you're going to sell tickets, but then not produce for the team.
if you put him with Giannis, that's what it's gonna be.
No, I
I would
know.
argue they're gonna get
In
worse.
hindsight, if he gets traded there, yes, that's ultimately what it would be. Because I don't. I also agree that I won't. I don't see them winning anything, even with adding Ja to
But
that team.
first and foremost, though, they better make sure that they actually discuss this kind of trade if they do decide to pick up John Morant with Giannis, because we already know Giannis he didn't really feel too great about when they let his guy Drew Holiday go. Or sorry, yeah, Drew Holiday. They didn't like the fact when he picked up Dame, they didn't really he didn't really conversate that with them.
I mean, he
So
didn't have a problem
I
with
don't
Dame.
know.
He had a problem when they waived him without letting him know anything.
No, he said it too. He also mentioned that he wasn't a part of the conversation when they acquired Dame, so he wasn't really not saying he wasn't happy, but it just was like, damn, y'all didn't even like let me know y'all was about to get Dame. Y'all
Well, yeah,
just like,
because
oh,
I
hey, he's
remember
a teammate.
Drew was initially a part of that trade. initially, and then now
Mm.
look how the fucking tables flip, and then Drew ends up
Yeah,
going back
now
over
they're both
there,
in
and then
Portland.
Dame ends up
No,
going
both
back
on the
over
same
there.
team.
Yeah, that's fucking
Crazy.
They
hilarious.
traded the wrong guy too. They should have
Not for
traded
nothing
Chris
too.
Middleton.
I
They
agree.
traded Drew and didn't Drew end up the following year go on to get a
Yeah,
championship?
yeah, yeah. Because
If I'm not
they
mistaken,
he got
right?
bought out by Portland, and that's when he ended up winding up in Boston. Yep.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so it's like it kind of worked out for him. He got another chip
Oh yeah, yeah,
again.
yeah. But I mean, ultimately, he never wanted to be in Portland. I mean, look at them now. I mean, not that they're playing, they're at the top of the West, but they're definitely playing better than we all expected. If we're gonna be honest.
Man, that team's got a fucking big ass asterisk by it. All right. When I look at Portland, when I think about Portland, I just think one thing and one thing only: freaking Chauncey
I
Billups. All
can care
right.
less
That's
about
all I
that
can think of.
fucking shit. I think when you mention Portland, I think about two things or two people, Brandon Roy and Dame Lillard. That's it. Those are the
That's
only
fair.
two that
I can
kept
give you
them
that.
relevant for in the
LaMarcus
past.
Aldridge.
Well, yeah, but
Ugh.
his stint was relatively short
I San
because
Antonio
yeah.
more. I even think about him more for the Nets than anything
Oh
else.
God,
Whoa.
no, no way. LaMarcus Aldridge was fucking arguably one of the best power forwards in the league during his tenure over there in Portland.
I didn't say he was bad. Now I'm just saying what I remembered him to certain teams. This was like just at the time when I was actually looking at Lamarcus Aldridge. Like, all right, he was active. I remembered him on these particular teams. I
Y'all don't think
barely
about
remember him
Portland
for
Jailblazers?
the Jailblazers. Is that what you just
Yeah,
said?
with Zebo them.
With Brandon Roy, Travis
Yeah,
No, I
Outlaw.
definitely don't think Travis
yeah.
Outlaw. Damn, you
Yeah,
took that shit
bro.
back.
And
Yeah.
then they
You
had that squad with Dame, Batum, Wesley Matthews, LaMarcus Aldridge. They done had some squads,
Yeah,
man.
man. Yeah, because then
nah
Brandon
nah
Roy
nah
ended
nah. But
up. That's when by that time he was already out of the league because of his injuries and stuff like that. Young Dame came in, but then once Dame
Yeah.
started emerging, they didn't want to sign LaMarcus Aldridge to a contract, so he wanted to be out, and then Dame took over that team and became the Dame that we know today.
yeah, and now look at him. Now look at him now, unfortunately.
Still one of
But
the
I don't want to
best.
get too sidetracked here. Though I do want to go back onto that John Morant thing. We mentioned Brooklyn. We also mentioned Milwaukee. Milwaukee, we have an idea of why, but why Brooklyn though? Why do you think that's a good fit? Because I know why I think it. I know me and Armani were kind of the same page. Why you think
I'll
so?
let Armani go for with this one.
Yeah. Honestly, the way Lou feels about Trey Young to the Wizards, that's how I feel about Jaw to the Nets. I just feel like once you get Jaw in New York, I know it's not the big New York team, but hey, it's New York nonetheless. Once you
It's
get
New
Jaw
Jersey,
in that New York market, and if he
New
gets his
Jersey,
shit together, bro, at
in New
that
Jersey.
point, you said New Jersey?
Yeah, ain't no fucking New York. Get out of here.
Nah, man, it's Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
Brooklyn,
Bro, you get Ja
Brooklyn.
in Brooklyn in that market and he has his shit together, bro. I feel like that's gonna be a free agent destination that, guys are gonna be looking at. And on top of that,
So
it's not like they're gonna be getting rid of their rebuild this year. So if they were to hypothetically get Ja and then in the draft they get one of those top picks and get Cam Boozer, Devonta, Darren Peterson, whoever,
Yeah.
and then they could potentially draw in a free agent to Brooklyn, bro. At that point, now they live. Now they actually got
yeah,
something going. So
I
for
like that.
me,
But
if I'm
how would they
Brooklyn,
get
I'm
Ja
doing
though?
it.
How are they gonna get Ja? Is that gonna be something that they
Oh, they
trade? And
have
if they
hella
do trade,
cap.
Yeah, oh
They have
yeah,
who they?
hella
they don't got
cap.
to give up much.
They have hella cap. That's the beauty of
Yeah,
that of Brooklyn being
But who
involved in
do
that
they
trade.
trade though?
Oh, who
Who did
knows?
they trade to get
Who
Ja?
knows?
shit, Cam
Did they trade
Thomas.
Yeah, Cam
Michael
Thomas.
Porter, Cam
No,
Thomas?
no, Michael Porter
You
wouldn't get
think
traded over
he?
there. They trade Michael Porter
Yeah, I don't
for
think.
bigger fish.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
agree. I agree.
Agree.
But why Cam Thomas though? Do you guys think Cam
Well,
Thomas and Ja Morant are about the same value?
no value that the Grizzlies are going to get is going to be anything close to Ja. Let's just lay that
Okay.
out there.
Yeah.
The reason why it
Okay.
will be Cam Thomas is because remember him and the Nets never agreed to a contract extension, so he's on the qualifying, which is I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's below 10 million this year. He wants his money. And then mind you, he went from being a starter last year. He went from being a starter at the beginning of this year, and then now he's coming off the bench. So it's safe to say that his time in Brooklyn is up. So that
It's because of
they
the type
have
of player that he
they have
is.
draft capital too because like all these like trades that they've made within the last few years, they got draft capital, and the most important thing is that they have the money. They have all the cap in the world to
Mhm.
do so. So they make that trade, and then you sit here and uh, you know, rumors are going circling around that they're guaranteed to trade Michael Porter Jr. by trade deadline this year because of how
Yeah.
great he's been playing this year. So you
Hmm.
could trade him for bigger fish and then kind of just, run that team for the rest of the year and do what Armani said, kind of fight for that a top 3 seed so you can get either what is it, Peterson, Debansta or Boozer.
Mm.
If
And a
if
little side
if I'm gonna
conversation
be
too. I
honest,
mean, if
if I'm gonna be honest, this is what if I'm Brooklyn and you do land Ja, do exactly what Washington's going to do, or what Washington is reportedly going to do now that Trae Young is there, which will kind of, I want to touch on that just very, very shortly, and not spend too much time on it, but that if he's hurt, let him recover. Let him come back, take the time, take the whole summer, recover, rehab, do what you got to do so you come back in the next year. And not only that, that's going to help your case when it comes to falling closer to one of those draft picks, because it would suck that they finished the year off bottom 2 of the East, bottom 3 overall of the season, where you would expect that they're going to land a top 3 pick, but then end up, landing at 5 and then miss out on one of those guys. So,
yeah.
that's what I think Washington's going to end up doing when it comes to Trae Young as well, based off the reports. So that's why, Washington is in the mix to getting a top 3 pick and landing one of those other guys too that we mentioned.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. I know you pretty much well satisfied with the Wizards. We ain't gonna get into that, but
No, no,
we're
no.
gonna
We
dive
have to.
straight.
We have to.
Oh
My
God,
boy Trae Young is a wizard.
stop this
Ashtray.
shit.
My boy
Ashtray.
Trey. Hey, Trey, man, if you ever come across this pod, you know you got a supporter in me, brother. All right.
Hey, hey,
I'm
relax,
rooting
relax.
for Trey Young from afar. Granted, he's still in my division, So it's still
I am not.
whenever we
No,
play the
fuck
Wizards, it's
no,
still fuck the Wizards. But outside of that, I'm just rooting for his success. I'm just rooting that he
no.
just shuts down the
Whenever we
Fuck the
naysayers.
play
That's
Trey
Wizards
all.
is
Young,
wild.
whenever we play Trey Young, it's gonna be a fuck Trey Young. Ain't no whatever
You can
team
say
he's on.
fuck
It's
Trey Young
fuck
all you
Trey
want, but
Young.
he owns you guys, so it don't matter.
Okay, we'll
Yeah,
keep it
yeah,
at that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
We'll
yeah.
keep it at
King
that.
of New
I
York.
bet.
King of New York.
King of New York. That boy
King
wiped
of New
the
York is
floor and fucking walked out
Jalen
of that arena with his head
Brunson.
held high. That's a fucking gangster.
Jalen. Yeah,
Rolling
side note,
dice on
that's
their
why.
logo.
What's the last time they got a team in the Garden? When you got a win in the Garden? Oh, that's right. Okay, that's
When's the
what I
last time
thought.
he got a win in
Anyways,
the Garden?
yeah. When's the last time he beat New York? Oh, okay,
Last
okay.
year? No. Didn't the Hawks beat the
No,
Knicks in New York last year?
no,
I
he
thought
did
he did.
not. That was Jalen Johnson that owned us,
It don't
not
matter,
Trey
but
Young.
Trey Young still
It
won.
does matter. The
Because
fuck do you
we
mean
all
it don't
know,
matter?
since Trey Young has been with the Hawks and you guys, and like he became the villain of New York, he has owned you guys. Just because he didn't perform very well, but his team won and he was playing, so therefore he still owns you guys as of now.
And his protege beat y'all. So shit.
Who's
I
his
mean,
protege?
And
Jalen
we all
Johnson. That's
Oh,
his
and
little.
we all
oh, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
his little YN, man.
yeah, 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 yeah.
and we all know Lou suck dick, but what does that
Oh.
A
matter?
little.
I'm
Oh.
confused. Oh, my bad. I thought it was saying shit that
Rock
was
Rock
irrelevant.
2000.
Fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here with this. Oh, he owns us. Blah, 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 blah.
This
He's
sounds like
on the Wizards.
a mad Knicks fan.
Mad. What am I mad about? Where's your team at in the? You know what? We're not doing this. We're
Not
not
too
Yo,
doing
what
far
this.
the
from you
Anyway,
Bucks,
guys, so
man?
football.
relax. Not too far from you guys, so
Football.
relax.
Anyways, should coaches be more picky with jobs they take, like LaFleur, Green Bay, nearing a deal? You think they should be picky?
Nah.
Hell yeah. Cause if not, you gonna be out that bitch in a year or two. So though I ain't gonna lie, if I'm a coach in today's landscape, I'm not taking any old job, bro. Like, especially like organizations that have proven to be shit shows, like the Browns, for example. Bro, I'm not just gonna go take that job if I'm not telling the owner and the GM, like, I'm gonna be on some hardball stuff. Like, bro, I want full control because
Well, that
clearly y'all don't know what y'all
Well,
doing.
that's it. That's what I was gonna
So
mention. I was like, well, and the reasoning why Khalil asked this question was because reports came out that Harbaugh demands all these things if he takes a
yeah,
coaching
yeah.
job and shit, which he came out and reportedly said that all of it is false, right? So we don't know for sure. We just go based off the reports, right? And we can't go based off past because there's never been a report that
That's PR.
Harbor. Well, we can't even go. We can't say that for sure though because even back throughout his whole entire tenure in Baltimore, we've never heard any story about Harbaugh saying, no, 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 I don't want this GM. This is the GM that I want. If not, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he can't
Maybe,
do that in Baltimore
maybe,
because they know
maybe.
what they're doing.
Well, clearly not because they haven't won shit.
Nah, they've built competitive teams,
They
bro.
haven't won
Year in
shit
and year
throughout
out.
this. Once Harbaugh won, he's been with the team. I think was what 17 years. I think I saw or something along those lines. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been a long
yeah.
time. When look back, from the moment that he got hired as the head coach of that team and when he won that Super Bowl. Compared to from that time to the very moment that he was fired. No, if you notice the trend where he won within the first, I think it was 5 years, and then after that he's never won again.
What do you mean by won? Won the
Won the
Super
Super Bowl.
Bowl?
Yeah. So you're saying like,
Yeah,
oh
but
yeah, you
everyone
bring a
doesn't win the
contending
Super
team. You
Bowl.
can bring a contending team all you want, but all those times that they were in those games where it mattered the most, and when those games that was going to take you to the Super Bowl or to the conference championship, they always wet the bed, and therefore,
That has nothing to do with the organization. That's the players choking.
and the
That's not the
coach clearly it has to do
organization.
with the coach as well. That has to do with the coach as well, bro. You can't not dismiss the fact that it has zero.
Oh yeah, no,
All right, well
for
that's
sure.
what I'm trying
But
to get at.
You know
my point is
the crazy
that
thing
Harb.
about that too is the only Super Bowl win that he got was against his brother at the time when he was coaching the 49ers. That's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Which was
Yeah,
That's
bro.
within the
wild.
first 5
Harbaugh.
years of
And
his
now he's the one
fucking
without the
his job.
job.
Yeah. Well, his brother just got eliminated too, so I mean, I get whatever. He's gonna get a
Yeah, he
job
did,
for
but he's gonna
sure.
see he's gonna still have a job though. Like he's not gonna be fired. He just got hired.
No.
Well, I don't know.
I know that.
Actually,
I know that Jim Harbaugh is gonna be fine, but John Harbaugh is going to get another coaching gig like within, I would say by the end of this
Oh
month,
yeah, yeah.
for sure.
He's mostly gonna
yeah,
be with the Giants,
he'll,
bro. He
Honestly,
wants
he'll
that
get
yeah,
a
that's where
Giants
job.
it's
job.
leaning more towards the Giants.
Hey, we'll gladly take it. I mean, shit, that city, that team hasn't seen greatness in
Oh, the
well,
city will be behind that
a while.
hire like more than they've ever had within the last 5 coaches that you guys had.
Yeah, facts. Like, I mean, the coaches that they've had that's gone through there, just obviously with the dismissal of their previous coach, this is definitely going to be an upgrade.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, will he be able to take this particular team to, obviously to a Super Bowl,
Nah.
which
Well, no.
it's going to be a
It
long
would,
road. They're
but
not
at
going to be
this
able to do
point,
that.
it wouldn't be on him. This would be on the GM and the ownership group if they can't bring the pieces to help
Yeah,
him
we
out.
know they
Yeah,
work out
but
so well when it comes
will
to
he
the
help the
Giants.
development of Jackson Dart? Absolutely. And you're finally gonna have a wide receiver that you could depend on because he hasn't had a
Which
wide
would be
receiver to
great.
depend on over there in Baltimore in God knows how long. So
Well, hopefully Tracy Jr. steps up a little bit with Scatterboo being out. Because I can't really see them leaning in too
nah,
much
yeah,
on
I think
Singletary.
you guys will probably end up signing someone in free agency just to kind of like hold that fort down until Scadaboo comes back. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be so sold on making like expecting Scadaboo to come back and be your immediate starter again
Oh
and
no, not
being
at
an
all.
impactful player right away because
No,
luckily he's
like
young,
I
so
told you,
getting an
bro.
injury like that young helps you with your rehab and coming back faster and just kind of staying healthier long term. But
And hopefully
if
that means he stops running into fucking
Hey,
walls
hey,
too.
let me throw a name out there where I think would help the Giants out. Running back David
Uh oh.
Montgomery.
I'm not mad at that.
David Montgomery.
That's
Bro,
like that's a
fuck a
decent
running
power back.
back, fuck receivers. Bro, go get a line.
Oh yeah, but
Just
you do that.
bro,
You could do that
spend
with free
every
agency,
dime
bro.
on the
You
line.
could you could do that with free agency. David Montgomery,
That's what
you
I'm
have to
saying.
trade to get him. He's still under
Yeah.
contract.
So don't I say, bro, put everything that you have into that O line, because Lord knows y'all need it, especially with a young quarterback like Jackson Dart. You could always draft a running back. You could always draft a
Nah, but
receiver.
you don't want to draft a
Oh,
running back if you already have a running back that barely played his full rookie year though. You can't do that. You need an
They have
what?
two.
established running
do
guard
they-
until
Don't they have
Scadaboo
two
comes
rookie
back.
running backs? Don't they have two rookie running
No,
backs?
I think it
Scatterboo
was
and then
I think
is that Tracy
Tracy was
second?
a second year. He was a rookie the year
Oh, it was a
before.
Wait, you
second
said
year.
you don't want to draft why wouldn't you want to draft a running back
Because you want to
considering that
draft
running backs have mileage on them the way they do in the NFL?
bro.
You want to go get a young guy who's young, he still doesn't have as much
So you're gonna
mileage
have
on
a
the
running
tires,
back
and
room. You're
he's
gonna have a
cheap.
running back room full of young guys. There's no maturity there. There's no structure there. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that guaranteed that Cam Scadaboo is the fucking 100% running back for their future. You don't know that. Yes,
I didn't
based off
say that. I said
exactly
they
my
should
point.
that's why
So
I said they should draft one.
no, you need to have a veteran in that. With a team like that, you need a veteran in that running back room because Harbaugh, assuming Harbaugh gets hired to that team, he needs a like an established running back to hold down the running game. Tracy is not going to be your guy to hold it down the whole entire year until Cam Scadaboo comes back. And that's assuming that Scatterbo comes back this
But
year.
who's to say a rookie running back can't come in there and give you the value that you're
Well,
looking for,
first off,
like Cam did?
the
Cam
running back
Scatterboo did that.
this draft class for running back, the running back position is very slim. Very, very
Is
slim.
it?
Yeah, very slim.
I haven't seen it,
Outside of
but
the top like three, and if the Giants get a top five, top 10 pick, their first pick is not going to be a running back. So therefore,
Don't they have like
oh
number
no,
5?
no, you get a running back in like the third round,
right,
second, third
right.
round.
But who's to
You
say
don't
that in the
draft that.
third round that it's going to be one of those top tier, the only few top tier running backs that's available? You know what I mean?
You
I
don't need a
think.
top tier running
I
back. You
think,
just
in
need
my
someone who's
opinion, you get a guy
serviceable.
like David Montgomery who's going to hold it down for you, and then when Cam comes back, then you have him. You implement him little by little until he's 100% out of the restricted list, and then you figure it out from there. But getting a guy like David Montgomery on that team, woof, that guy's just waiting. He's been wanting to get out of that fucking that Lions organization because he's like, bro. I mean, granted, his job was taken from somebody who's emerging and damn near one of the best running backs in the league in Jameer Gibbs. So
Yeah, facts.
understandably
I
so, why he
mean,
lost that starting
to,
job.
to, to be to be fair, if he did join the Giants, they could even run a split back offenses for a time being too as well. Having
Yeah, of
Cam
course,
Scatterboo and David Montgomery, that'd be pretty
of
fire,
course.
honestly. But like again, like you said, Armani, they need a line. Like at the end of the day, passing, running doesn't matter if you don't have an O line to be able to do that for you. So I think they do need to pursue getting a better line, especially if they're gonna look to protect, a young quarterback in Dart, or even have like another running back that's gonna go out there and run. They need to have someone protect their fucking players. So yeah, they gotta go out in free agency, find a line, a decent line. Is Evan Neal, I think his name is. He's like one of their veteran linemen that they got with the Giants. I think he was actually injured if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So yeah, they gotta get shit together over there. They gotta
You
right
got a
that ship
lot
because
you got
that
a
shit is
lot of
ass.
linemen in free agency this year. A lot. So if they miss out on somebody of those top tier free agents, I mean, Evan Neal is one that's a free agent, but you got vets, you got Pro Bowlers, you got a lot of big names on that list this upcoming year. You got hey, what if Harbaugh gets hired and then he picks up Tyler Linderbaum to head over there with him? You got somebody right there under center
I
to
have no
protect
idea
Jackson
who
Dart.
that is.
Well, that means you don't know O lineman, man. Come on, get your shit
Tyler
together.
Linderbaum, yeah, that's the center, right?
Yeah,
Isn't he the
center
center?
for the Ravens.
Yeah,
Okay,
who he plays for?
For the Ravens.
the Ravens.
So, but he's a
Oh,
free agent now. So imagine Harbaugh gets hired. Boom, that's a guy that you could instantly call and be like, buddy, I want you to join this team. You could do so much for us. You could help Jackson Dart, protect them, blah 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 blah. Bro, come on now.
well, I think if y'all did because that's what the Bears did. Like the Bears had all the skill positions. They had the running backs, they had the receivers, they had the quarterback. They didn't have a line, and they were shitty last year. Granted, they also had a bad coach, but
Mhm.
once they got that old line fixed, bro, and they got a new coach in there, now I look at the Bears. Now they
Yeah,
competing.
but no,
So
but also notice how they did all that by trades. They cashed all their chips in, and that's what the Giants have to
for
do this
what?
year. When they picked up this guy that played for the Chiefs. Fuck, I'm drawing a blank. What's his name? Oh,
Oh,
But
you talking about the line?
yeah, for
Joe Tooney. Joe
yeah, Joe
Tooney.
Tooney. They picked up somebody else too in a trade. Like way after that. I think this was after the draft because they picked up Tooney before the draft. So if you look it up, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So we can mention it before we move on. But yeah, so they did all that by trades, and then what did they do to fill up the other positions that weren't really in dire need, but something still to address through the draft? And that's what New York has to do. And this is all assuming that they get a guy like Harbaugh because in my opinion, I don't see anyone else that could really change that franchise around within like a season other than Harbaugh. In my
yeah, Harbaugh
opinion,
being
though,
over
I
there
could be
be
wrong.
that's a true veteran coach for sure. He 18 season with the Ravens and shit. Yeah, you can't get that. Like that's not something that you can literally pass up an opportunity for because of the fact of the experience that he has. And then you bring in a young core team that you have with the Giants. I mean, all they really need is some good molding and obviously O line. But yeah, I agree. That's a win.
Yeah, big facts. But yeah, man, let's
Big facts, man.
let's talk about since we're on the topic of football. Let's just keep it there. Let's talk about these fucking wild card games, man. I want to get y'all's
Man,
takes, bro. What a fucking weekend. Way to start the 2026. Yeah,
I
2026
mean, for
playoffs.
starters, the games itself were elite. Can't complain. They were all fucking close as shit.
All
But
great
I think
games.
the one that really kind of sucked though was the one with the 49ers, bro. Obviously, they losing their
Really?
looks like they're losing. tight end with the 49ers with Kittle.
Oh well, yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
torn Achilles.
huge blow. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that sucks to see that, man. Obviously, they did advance, which is great, beating the Eagles, but now it's gonna probably be a little bit of a tough situation in the next game going against the Seahawks.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah, that's
don't.
That
facts. But I ain't
defense
gonna lie though,
is
if
GG's.
anyone can do it, it's Shanahan, bro.
Oh yeah.
Shit, bro, they've been playing with fourth and fifth string linebackers. Like, bro, everyone's hurt on the 49ers. Ayuk hasn't played. Freaking Fred Warner hasn't played. Nick Bosa is
Well, they
gone.
both Nick
So it's
Bosa
like,
and Fred Warner started the year. They just ended up getting hurt. Yeah.
yeah, they all got
Yeah.
hurt. So it's like, bro, the way Shanahan has been overcoming these injuries this year. Oh, even Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy was gone for some time too.
Oh
So it's
yeah, that's
like, and
true.
they're
I forgot.
still at where they're at right now. It's like, I ain't gonna lie. Shanahan is arguably the coach of the year because the way he's been dragging that team, damn near a practice squad team, to the point that they're at now, bro, that's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
I mean,
That's a different type of elite coach job, elite coaching job.
yeah, yeah, 100%. I mean, everyone assumed that the quote unquote experts and stuff had Philly winning that game. The real true football heads, they kind of already, they made their picks based off what they know, playing the game and watching it, studying it and all that shit. But I mean, the way San Francisco kept their composure after, because the George Kittle injury was announced before the third quarter. So everyone already
Yeah, it
knew
was
Yeah,
pretty early.
especially the team, right, when they went to the back go halftime. So they come out, they're still fighting, they're still resilient. They're Christian McCaffrey fucking played great. Kudos to Demarcus Robinson, who had one of his best games all season, and what a way to do it in the fucking wild card game. You know what I'm saying? Like on the
Jawan
road,
Jennings.
Jawan Jennings, yeah, bro. Like, kudos to the whole fucking 49ers from top to bottom, bro. Kudos to that team. But one thing I do want to address about that game. One thing I do want to address about that game, and so we can keep it moving. How about that
AJ
drop
Brown.
pass from AJ Brown?
Yep, I do
Yeah, that shit was
it.
man. That
He had
was
like three of them. He had like
yeah.
three
I
of
don't
them,
Yeah.
bro.
know. That man, he must have
Safe
been
to say,
having
safe
the
to say that boy's
case of
tenure.
Butterfingers.
Safe to say that boy's tenure out in Philly is finally going to come to a close this coming season. This
And
Yeah,
that's
upcoming
a
man.
off
pet
season.
peeve
Excuse
of
He
me.
mine. That's a pet peeve of mine, bro. When you complaining about not getting the ball, or you're complaining about your role in the offense or on your team, and this isn't even just
any sport,
football or receivers, this is
any
any
sport.
sport. And
Yeah,
then they
bro.
give you what you want and you not ready for it and you wet the bed. And then after the fact, this motherfucker had the nerve to not even go to the media room and answer the questions because he was mad about him dropping the ball? You mad that you underperformed after you was doing all that bitching about not getting the ball enough in the biggest moment at that? It's like, bro, I can't respect that. Like, AJ Brown's always been one of my favorite receivers in terms of like his play, but in terms of the way he's acted this entire year, bro, that shit's gonna come back. Obviously, it already came back to bite him in the ass because it's
So what you saying,
like,
Armani, is you not jacking that shit?
yeah, bro, I'm not jacking that shit, B. Like, man, it's crazy. That's crazy. AJ Brown, bro, and I don't want a guy like that on my team personally, because at that point now we know you care about you and your stats and your money more than you care about the team. So it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's cooked, bro. He's cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, AJ Brown got to get that man out of there, man. Get that man out of
Oh yeah,
there.
he
But
will.
hey, man, we got some good
Put
games.
him
Yeah.
back on
Good
the
games that
Titans, man. Put
pass.
him back where he need to be. A
Oh
losing
God,
situation.
that is crazy stuff right
Cam
there.
Ward do
I
need
mean,
receivers.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I was gonna say he does need receivers. I was just about to say Cam Ward does need people, so that might work out. But I don't know how good they would get. They're gonna be fighting
I
for the
mean, off
bottom.
rip, at least you got a way better receiving room. Way better. I mean,
That's neither
to
here
be
nor there.
honest, I
But
mean, regardless, I mean, you know how it is, right? Like, let's say you leave one job that's like toxic, you hate going in there every day, and then when you know that you finally are starting a new job, you show up that very first day, or until the shit hits the fan, right? You show up with a new mindset. You're fresh. You go in there wanting to give your all and all that shit. So, maybe him going back over there or just anywhere else where he feels, better off, he's gonna go in there with a different attitude, and he's gonna be a different guy. That's just assuming, right? That's the right mindset that he should have. But that's usually how it always is. I mean,
You
look what happened with Debo Samuel over there in San Francisco, and then when he went to Washington, he's all happy again. You don't hear from him in the media anymore. You haven't heard from Debo Samuel since he's been in Washington. Not only
yeah,
for
that's
his
true.
level
That's
of play
true.
either,
Yeah,
just
I
Hey,
was just going.
you know what I mean. Like
hey,
he's just quiet.
hey, my friend. You just make sure that you don't take your own advice and start hopping on over to other teams now. All right.
I am a
You said
diehard Buccaneers fan, brother.
I wasn't talking about your sports team, my friend. I was talking about your 9 to 5. But anyways,
Oh,
that's neither here nor there.
I'll keep my comments to myself because there's some folks that work within the workplace. Shout
I
out,
feel that.
shout
I
out,
feel
y'all.
that. Shout out y'all. Shout out y'all. But yo, predictions tonight. Texans, Pittsburgh Steelers tonight, 8:15, AFC wildcard game. Who y'all got?
Steelers, baby.
Ugh.
I ain't gonna lie.
That bad man, Aaron Rodgers.
My logic is telling me Texans, but my heart and my emotions is telling me Pittsburgh. I really want Pittsburgh to win, bro, because I know if we play them, we gonna smack their shit. So it's like,
You like smacking shit, don't you?
yeah,
Naughty boy.
Attaboy.
man, you know, you already know. Anyways,
Proud of you, man.
yeah, bro, I need Pittsburgh to win, and I need Aaron Rodgers to go into New England and retire in Foxborough. So that's what I need, bro.
You just want him to go. So let me get this straight. You just want Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers to win so that way you can face them and beat them?
Yeah,
I
type
mean, shit.
shit,
If I'm a Patriots
type
fan, I would be on that same vibe too. I'm
shit.
not gonna lie to you.
I'm
I
rooting for the
agree. I
Steelers,
would too.
bro. I'm a
I would
Steelers
too. But
fan
just
tonight.
because you're doing that, I'm going for the Texans. I'm a CJ Stroud fan, honestly. I really do
I
like
like
CJ
CJ
Stroud as one
Stroud.
of the quarterbacks.
I like CJ Stroud. I
So
love Nico
I'm
Collins, but I just
yeah,
think
I
the
was about to say
Steelers.
Nico Collins too.
I just think, truthfully, I just think that this game is gonna fall down to coaching. I think that the coaching
I can see
staff that
that.
Pittsburgh has is a lot more. I wouldn't say elite, but they are a lot more seasoned. They're experienced. They've been there before, plenty of
Man, don't
times.
count. Look,
So
man, don't you can't you this is one thing I tell you, you can't count out these young kids. And when I mean young kids, I'm talking about in any sport that you're in, basketball, football, like you really can't count them out. CJ Stroud is very talented. And yes, I agree they haven't been here in this position before. However, they are hungry. And a hungry motherfucker is one that's gonna definitely get to their goal. So I don't know. I'm not counting out CJ Stroud. I agree. Aaron Rodgers, a veteran team. They got a veteran coaching. There's a lot of vets on that team, but hey, when I argued about veterans winning championships and then young guys winning championships, the young guys won when it came to the basketball with OKC. So I'm not saying that the Texans are OKC in any shape or form. However, I'm not counting out the
no,
young
I'm not counting
guys,
them out
young
at all
bucks.
either. I mean,
They have all the ingredients,
yeah,
bro.
they do. They
They
really
have
do.
it all.
I just think that the Steelers are on such a high on how they finished off the year, and having no matter what at the
Ooh,
end of the
hi.
ooh, and then having a guy like Aaron Rodgers, bro. People could talk all they want, man. I'm a Aaron Rodgers stan. So like I feel like Aaron Rodgers is leading.
Hey, Rod.
I feel like he's leading that team in the locker room the right way, and I feel like they're all them boys is ready. And to top it all off,
Finally, for
Aaron
once.
Rodgers is not the only fucking vet that they have there. You got Cam Hayward, you got Jalen Ramsey, you got
Man,
T.J.
TJ Watt.
Watt. Come on, man, like they're stacked, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I'm
true.
not saying that
That's
Texans
true.
are not stacked either,
They're
but
stacked with age.
yeah,
The
Stacked with age.
hey,
Steelers are stacked.
with
With
vets,
age.
with vets.
Yeah, they're old. They're
Okay,
As
well
slow.
fuck.
they're old
They're
and
old and
they were
slow.
beating young teams to get to the position that they're at now to play today.
Were
So
they though?
yeah,
They're not even. They're
Bro,
not
they
even
were what,
bro,
predicted to win
they beat
tonight.
eight-9?
I mean, granted, the only reason why they beat the Ravens was because of that missed field goal. But guess what? Guess who was that kicker? A fucking young kicker who experienced. He didn't have that experience because he let the moment get too big for him. The lights got too bright and he missed it. It wasn't because of weather. It wasn't because the ball was wet. It wasn't
So
because his foot wasn't
we
planted the right
talking
way.
about
They also beat the Lions, another team that's way younger on paper than they are, and
yeah, another non-playoff team.
it don't matter, bro. It doesn't matter.
You talking about non-playoff teams, and this is the same
Well,
team
the
that lost
Ravens,
to the Browns
well,
with
the
a rookie
Ravens,
quarterback.
you can't say that the Ravens were not a playoff team because the Ravens were in the same positions that they were in, that the Steelers were in that very last game. So therefore,
That's because they went on a run. They started the season 1-5.
well, also
They
too,
were
yeah, Lamar Jackson was hurt for a good
garbanzo
chunk throughout the
beans.
year too, so that probably would have changed a lot of
They
things
were
throughout the
trash
year.
with him.
You think they would
They
have
were trash
continued to?
with
You
him.
think they would have still continued to play trash if they would have had Lamar Jackson healthy the whole entire year? Come on, bro. We've seen it time and
They
time
were
again
one
that
and
when
three when
Lamar
he were
Jack,
playing. When he
we've
was
we've
playing, they were
seen
one
it
and
time and
three.
time again for the past 5 years of Lamar Jackson's tenure in Baltimore. They always start the season off rough, but always finish out the season 10 times better, and they always finish with a positive record. They always go on that late or second half season run, and they always end up making the playoffs. They never are fighting for a playoff spot to the very last game. This was the first
Bro,
time
so
that
your
we've seen that
argument
in
for the
God knows how
Steelers
long.
being good is this them beating the Ravens and the Lions. And it's the same team that lost to the Browns with the rookie quarterback. Come on now, bro. No, bro. That's not a real team. Like, I know I'm rooting for them and I want them to win tonight, but bro, they've shown us throughout the entire year they're not a real team. Like they're not
Well,
as
they
good
got they got a
as
lot. They do have that is the only team that made the playoffs, in my opinion, that has a lot of holes that like if you really look at it, that they shouldn't be there. I agree. But at the end of the day, the reason why they're there is because of the veterans that they have, because of the experience that they have from top to bottom in that organization, from coaches down to players. That's basically what I'm trying to say. That does go a long way. That I think that is a lost art with it, that people overlook at when it comes to sports, is the experience and being there before. And not only just being there once, being there multiple times, where you're used to. You go into the year, oh, I'm gonna play past, January. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me is what you want as a team going into the playoffs. Whether or not you're first round bye, or whether you're playing or you're fighting in the very last week to make the playoffs. That's just me though.
Hey, speaking of buy, let's not forget, be sure to shop with our sponsors. Dubby, be better. Want to make sure you put in LACPOD10 for promo
Black
code.
Pod
That's, what
10,
was it?
baby.
For your
LACPOD10.
first
But yeah,
order to be 10% off. Your first order.
first order 10%, not your second, not your third. Which one was it again, Lou?
Your first. Your first. Your
That's right,
first.
LACPOD10.
Hey man,
Now,
let's shift gears a little bit. Just rapidly, that Chicago Bears Green Bay Packers game. I mean, my God, Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson, and company over there in Chicago. What a fucking comeback, eh? I
Mm.
went
yo,
Canadian here.
fat. Like
Hey
Canadian,
man.
yo.
Hey, play like that. I think every quarterback should paint their nails. Pause.
Well,
Yo,
aren't you? Didn't you play quarterback growing up?
yes.
Isn't your goal to still at least
No.
play in the
No.
UFL? You can paint your nails.
No.
No, oh, all right, my
No,
bad.
no. Yeah,
Hey
I'll
man, ain't
pass.
nothing. Everyone's doing it, guys. Jared McCain, come on.
Get with the program. He has his own nail polish line too. Like, come on. Come on, Lou.
After all
Come on,
that,
guys.
After all
After
that.
if you don't know, watch your
Bro,
boy
who
Carl
sent
Anthony
that
Towns
cat
of the New
meme?
York Knicks.
Who sent that cat meme, bro?
I don't
I did.
remember.
The period crip is crazy.
Oh yeah, that was me. That was
Yo, you're
me.
talking about
That was
that.
me.
Yeah, that was
It's
wild.
always me, bro.
Yeah, that was wild.
I'm always fucking
Homie,
the easy one to point
homie
at.
said, let me put y'all on real quick. Homie said Carl Anthony Towns is gonna be out next game with, what was it? Cramps?
Yeah, there was
That
a meme
is
that came out that said Carl Anthony Towns is expected to miss tonight's game because due to period cramps. I was like, yo,
that
I
is
had to
once
send that
again
shit to the group chat. That shit was so fucking funny.
Isn't it ironic that his
diabolical.
nickname is Cat?
Jesus.
Eh,
You would be the only one to catch that.
there's a lot of I mean, you could toss that any which way you want, but either way, yeah, it's not ironic, but it does fit the description. But anyways, we're gonna move back to the Super Bowl halftime show, the Benito Bowl. Yes, sir, yes,
Ben-
sir.
What the?
Sorry, I'm trying to
Oh,
make.
you weren't prepared for
Yeah,
that
baby.
part.
Y'all
He
rehearsed that
wasn't
or
prepared.
so?
Hey man, nah, bro, you gotta be tapped in. You don't feel the energy, the suavemente pensaba. Come on, my
Yeah,
guy. Where
man.
you
Nah.
The Elvis
at?
Crespo. Come on now.
Yeah, nah, y'all
Come
got that.
on, bro. Come on, you gotta
You.
tap into that Dominican heritage, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Anyway,
Yeah,
Super
bro.
Bowl. Bad Bunny.
Khalil more Puerto Rican than you Dominican, dog. Come on, get it together, bro.
That's
He
yeah,
is.
tighten
He
up,
is.
dog. Tighten up. You gotta be cultural, bro. You gotta be cultural. But yeah, bro, yeah, that man, Bad Bunny gonna be performing in the Super
Can't
Bowl
wait.
halftime show.
Can't wait.
Yo, honestly, like, you know how? Do you understand how lit it's going to be for
Oh,
halftime show? Like, if
bro.
you're there,
Yeah.
not even just if you're there, but if you're just watching it like at home, I can guarantee it that these motherfuckers are gonna be having this shit turned up on blast, having a party just to celebrate the fucking halftime
Hell yeah.
show. You're probably gonna get more watchers just because of the halftime show. That's gonna be crazy.
100%. And I don't disagree whatsoever. All I know is that I am definitely gonna want to do something for that game. So boys, let's start planning some shit out. Outside of that, I kind of, now that you brought that up about Bad Bunny in the Super Bowl, I kind of want to get your guys' takes on the backlash. I mean, it's been a little while since that the report was out that he was going to perform. I mean, it's kind of died down ever since, but I'm sure now it's going to pick back up again now that we're inching closer
Of
to the.
course.
Hey, you heard that? Inching closer to the Super Bowl. So let me get I want to get y'all's take, right? That you guys are, obviously, you guys are not, Latinos. I want to get your guys' take on the backlash that he was receiving due to the announcement of him performing at the Super Bowl halftime show.
Bro, that shit dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. Like, you mad because someone who's, I guess he doesn't sing in English or he doesn't rap in English, like whatever he does. I'm not too big on Big Bunny, or Bad Bunny, but
Big Bunny is
my
crazy.
bad, my bad. But no, for real,
Amani,
like,
you got to tell the folks
because he
something.
doesn't, huh?
No, go ahead.
because he doesn't because he doesn't like do his thing in English, bro. Like, that shit's dumb. Like, if I remember correctly, we had J Lo and Shakira as a halftime show in Miami too. So it's like, bro, it doesn't make any sense. Like, and honestly, if you don't care to watch it or if you don't like it, just don't watch it. It's really not that big of a deal. Halftime is what, 30 minutes, if that. So it's like, bro, 30 minutes out of your day, and like you
Damn, it's
pissed
30
about
minutes?
that. Yeah,
Shit.
halftime Super Bowl is like real long, bro.
I didn't
So
realize that. I usually be staying for the commercials. I be liking the
yeah, the
commercials.
commercials be lit. But yeah,
Actually,
bro, it's like, just don't
side
watch
note
that
for my
shit if you
movie
don't want
watchers
to.
out there, they will be releasing a scene from the new Avengers movie,
Ooh,
Doomsday or some shit like
yeah,
that.
it's
They're
Doomsday.
gonna have a little sneak peek during Super Bowl. So definitely stay tuned. If y'all not fans of like Marvel, DC, and all that shit, I don't give a fuck. I am, so I'm gonna talk about that shit. But yeah, that shit's gonna be pretty good. Movie's gonna be like over 3.5 hours long. Did y'all see that shit?
Yeah, bro, that movie's gonna be long as shit.
That is insane, man. 3.5. What am I supposed to
Three and
do
a
in a
half
movie
hours is
for three and a
wild.
half
Bro, if you
hours,
think
yo?
about it,
Like,
that's half a shift
Shit.
almost.
But yeah, I'll tell you this: I'd much rather sit down and watch that than spend that same amount of time that movie lasts being at work.
yo,
Oh, shoot,
facts,
shoot.
dead
I ain't gonna
ass.
lie. I'll
At
fall
least it'll
asleep
be
within like
entertaining.
45 minutes. No cap.
Yo, fun fact. Someone told me that I was gonna end up falling asleep in the movie anyway, so there's no point of watching it. I
Yeah.
felt hurt. I was like, damn, was that an age thing or is that just a me thing? What are you trying to say?
Both.
But yeah, no,
Yo,
Both of
let's
them.
get back to the y'all take. So, Armani, we got yours, or was that it? Was that all,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or you got more?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
yeah, I was just saying it's dumb. It's just dumb, bro.
it's just dumb,
And
honestly. I think it's just those Americans, and when I mean Americans, I'm talking about the ones that are just like good old America, yeah. If you know who you are, then you know who you are. But
good
it's
old
like
boys.
it don't make sense. Like you're upset because someone who makes millions of dollars and people spend money to listen to, visit, blah blah. You're upset because they're performing a 30-minute music show during the halftime when the Super Bowl is damn near 2 to 3 hours long. Like we're not taking a lot of time out of your day. And like you just said, Armani, if you don't like that shit, then just change the
Don't
Don't
watch
channel.
fucking
it.
watch it.
It's that simple.
Like I just don't get it. It's not gonna kill your day. You know what I'm saying? Set a timer. Tell your Alexa set timer for 30 fucking minutes and keep that bitch pushing.
Keep it
What you
pushing. You
mean?
don't gotta fucking sit around and stay. And just to kind of hone in on what Armani said, that you had Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, and stuff. But you know the reasoning on why no one said anything or had any shit to say about that was because at the time we didn't have a president who was condoning racism. We didn't have
Yeah.
a president dividing the country. That's number one. Number two, it's
Trump was
because,
the president at that time, I think.
was he?
Was
Yeah, I'm
he
pretty sure he
really?
was.
Fact check that for me while I continue to say my point.
I
So
think it was like the end, but I think he still was.
the end.
Yeah, the end of the
Like
first
the
term.
Nah, really?
Yeah, that
Nah,
was
bro.
damn.
Because
the
if that was the case, I'm sure he would have done the same type of bullshit that he said around about Bad Bunny, because he was always
Mm,
like this. You know what I'm
He
saying?
might be right because we did have our previous president was Biden for the past 4 years prior to that. So
That
that
could
might have
be, yeah.
been,
Because I mean, the first
yeah,
time,
he might be right actually.
well,
Yeah, that might,
fuck me.
damn.
Huh.
Shit.
Well, either way,
All right.
Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, they've dropped songs in English that's been hits out here in America. Whether you like the songs or not, but they've been hits, right? They're like radio songs.
It's,
So,
it's a language barrier thing, huh?
well, yeah, that's what it is. It's because it's a language barrier, and because
It's a
he
cultural
doesn't
thing.
have not one
Yeah.
song in English. If he did, I guarantee you there would have not been anything negative said.
I never realized
If
that.
I'm not mistaken, there's been plenty, bro. There's been plenty of immigrants or people that are from different countries that don't speak their primary language wasn't English, or where that country is not English. Well, obviously they make English music, but they're not American. So what was the
You know,
problem
I
then? You know what I'm saying?
I
Granted,
never thought about that until you said it.
yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
Bad Bunny does not make any English music.
none.
It's all Spanish, and I listen to that bitch happily, like,
I
hey, da,
know,
da,
bro.
da,
We
da, da,
be
da.
we be
I'm
at
like,
work and I just
what?
randomly hear fucking a Bad Bunny song pop up in them, and I look over. I'm like, oh shit. But I know you're
Yo,
cultured, so
facts.
I know you fuck with it. So, but yeah, man, it's all stupid.
I'm
So
t-
like, you know what I mean? Like it personally, for the fact that it's a Puerto Rican headlining the Super Bowl halftime show, somebody that it will go down. And I've already said it. I'm on record saying this shit that when he's all done with his music career, when he's done making any type of music, this guy will go down as one of the most biggest global icons in music of all time. That's
I
how
agree.
big
That's a
of a fucking of a mogul he is when it comes to what he's done for the music of reggaeton, or pop Latino music. He's done a lot for our country out there in Puerto Rico. He's done a lot when it comes to breaking barriers. You know what I mean? So I think with just that, and on top of the fact that he makes great music, I think that's what's going to put him in that pedestal when it's all said and done. I went
yeah.
on
I
record and even possibly said that he could be, depending on who you're talking to, go down as global icon more than Michael Jackson.
I got a question. I got a question. I agree with that. That's a fair
It's a
statement.
hot take.
That's
It's
a
a
fair
hot and
statement.
look and
It's
listen.
it's a
I love
it's a
Michael
hot take, and I
Jackson.
like
I
it.
love Michael Jackson.
No, I like that. I like that take, but because here's a good reason why Michael Jackson is global. Everybody knows Michael Jackson. So I wouldn't say maybe hotter than, but I can see how the topic can come about because when you think of like, reggaeton or certain artists, you're probably going to think of specific artists. And I'd like to agree that Bad Bunny is probably one of the first artists you're going to think of when it comes to
Yeah.
reggaeton. So I agree. Yeah, if
And
you're thinking about like Spanish music culture, that the Bad Bunny is
Oh,
probably the
you're
first one
saying
you think
he's
of.
okay. He's like the Spanish
yeah,
Michael
He's a
Jackson.
Spanish Michael. Like he's gonna go down as a
Oh, okay,
Spanish Michael
okay,
Jackson. Yeah, I
okay.
don't think there's ever since Michael Jackson. We've never seen it again. We've never seen it again. Not to the level of a Michael
Now,
Jackson. We've seen big global artists, but nothing like Michael Jackson. Right?
well, I got one hot take right here for you guys before we
Hit
kind
me.
of cap it off for the rest of the day.
Hit me.
Between the two, you think that Bad Bunny is a bigger artist, or do you think Drake is the bigger artist?
Ooh.
I, I mean, you know who I'm going with, and for me, I'm gonna say Drake because
Okay.
Drake has been doing it for so
Yeah. People
long.
forget how
He's
long
been
Drake's
the
been
top
out.
of the
Yeah.
game, and he's been doing this shit since bro. I was 7 years old, bro, when Drake came out
Oh my
for real, and
God.
he started
Wow.
getting big. And bro,
I
I'm
was a
about to.
senior in high
I
school.
just turned 24, and he's still one of the hottest rappers in the game right now, right? Or artists in general. And the
Why'd
thing
you
with
why'd you
Drake,
hesitate on that hottest part? Huh?
Mm.
Just kidding.
bro,
You want your little
and the
piece of
thing with
Bobby
Drake is he
Graham, huh?
doesn't just this nigga. He doesn't just do it one type of music. Like he also ventures off and does different
Oh
things.
yeah.
Like I've seen him in the Afro beats. He's been in the reggae space. He's been in the house space, rap obviously. So for me, I'm gonna say Drake. Um, but again, I'm not really that familiar with Big Bunny's music. I keep calling him Big Bunny. Bad
Damn,
Bunny's
bro, what's
music.
up? What's up
I'm
with
not.
you?
No,
I'm
It-
not for
It's
that.
it's
I'm
your
telling you,
it's your
son.
accent. It's your
There's
accent,
something
bro.
that
It's your
Armani really
accent.
wants to let loose in this podcast, but I'm not gonna force anything out of
Nah,
you.
I'm not. I'm
I
just
ain't gonna
not.
force
I don't
anything out
listen
of
to
you, my
Spanish.
brother.
I don't listen to like Spanish music, so that's
Or
not my
into you.
lane.
Whoa.
But that's why I'm gonna have to say Drake. I'll have to say Drake.
He didn't hear it. He didn't hear it.
He did it.
Well,
But no,
I
I,
missed it. Damn.
I, I, I agree, man. I mean, I would say because of the fact that Drake is so versatile in the sense of like how Armani said, he can go from rap, hip hop, R&B to reggae to Afro beats and all that stuff. It helps his cause when it comes to that. But when I think for what the differences between the two is that I feel like Bad Bunny could hit everywhere, right? Bad Bunny could obviously go to all these little, Caribbean islands. He can go to South
Word, he
America.
can hit anywhere.
He can go to North America. He can go to Canada. He can go
Drake
to
does that.
Europe. He can go to Tokyo. He can go to Africa. He can go to all these places and but Drake hasn't never been to South America. Drake has never did a show to the good folks out in Brazil. He's never done anything for the good folks out in Venezuela. He's never done a good thing over there in Mexico. He stays within either the States, Canada, or Europe. That's the only place he's ever been. Drake has never been out to Dominican
In
Republic
the
or Puerto
Caribbean.
Rico and done a show. He's never been to, like how I mentioned, to South America, Central America. He's never been out there and done shows. Bad Bunny has done. He's in the tour right now that he's in the middle of. He skipped the United States because that's all he's toured. That's why he did his residency recently over there in PR to deliver that to the good folks of to our people, right? And brought all the economic, shit out to the island, and then now he's doing all of South America, Central America, and then after that he's doing a world tour out there, all of Europe, Asia, and all that shit. So that alone, when
All
it's
right,
all said and done,
so
to me,
one can argue he's gonna get up there.
that's why for me, that's why Bad Bunny will be the like a different genre of music. Like Michael Jackson was pop, Bad Bunny will be that global icon when it comes to like Latin music. Drake could go down as like the global icon when it comes to like rap. Yeah, that I could agree over. But like when it comes to
Yeah,
genres,
I would say rap and probably even there's a little bit of pop because
oh
earlier in
yeah,
his
yeah,
music
yeah.
career he did some pop. He had a
Who
couple of, like, what was it, Best I Ever Had? You
I'm not
remember
gonna I'm
that
not
that
gonna ask
track that when it
Armani
first came
this,
out?
Khalil. I'm not gonna ask him because I know he didn't. But you remember Drake and Degrassi?
Yeah, of course. What you mean?
Oh, yeah, I know about it
But
though.
no, but I mean,
Everybody
I
knows
Oh
I
no
used
about
to
no,
it.
watch it.
you know
I
about
used to
it. We
watch
watched
it.
it.
I used to
Like
watch
this
it.
was like after school. Like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm about to go watch the
'Cause
Degrassi.
every
What you
day
mean? Like this was like a soap
I
opera
hope
for
I can
us.
make it through.
Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, we are here live with
I used to
Lou.
love that
You're
fucking
gonna.
show, bro. I don't know why. You know why? Is because I think around that time that I was watching that show, I think it was around that time in my life that I was kind of living that lifestyle. Like teenagers,
It
group
was
of friends. Yeah, it was
relatable.
very relatable.
It was a relatable thing
He
And
for
was
us.
discovering himself.
Oh wow, discovering himself.
yeah, not
We're back to that topic again, Armani.
not in that context. Armani, look, don't use me as your fucking scapegoat for what you really want to say to the
Yeah,
folks, okay?
Hey, watch out,
Lord
man. Watch
Yeah,
have
out.
yeah, yeah,
Watch out.
mercy.
exactly. I just remember
What are we
I'm
watching
not
out
gonna
for?
lie, I don't condone it. I'm not saying, I'm laughing I guess I'm laughing at the like the action of it, but like I don't condone it, obviously. But
Oh, you already set yourself up,
no, no,
bro.
no,
They're
no, no.
sliding
But
through your
the
DMs as
scene
we
the
speak.
scene of when Drake gets shot in that show, bro, I will never forget the first time I saw that episode and he got shot
Yeah, I was sad
and
as
the
fuck.
and the
I
fucking
was like,
groan that he let
no.
out when he got shot. He was like and then just like the dramatic fall will forever be funny to me, bro. Like forever be hilarious to me. It was just so fun because the guy,
Jimmy
the guy, the
Books.
guy literally just he closes his eyes and puts his head down, and just so happens that he shoots him directly right in the back. Like your aim is that good with your eyes closed. You never shot a gun before. Like you're holding it with one hand while you're holding your backpack to your chest, and you're able to grip that shit good enough where it just stays still and shoots straight. Like fuck out of here, bro. Like that was like the bad it was a bad choreographed scene in my opinion. But overall, I mean
Yo,
the show was great.
it was a great show.
Yeah,
It
the
was
show
a
was great.
great show, and I don't even know if I know they like put partook and they like actually veered off to other shit too. Like there was more actors that came on after
Oh
fact. Probably
yeah,
didn't make it the same
but
anymore.
you
But
remember
yeah, that's a
Degrassi,
classic,
but you
bro.
remember that group of kids or actors and all that stuff that was in that show. That was like that's why they called it the next generation because they used to have a Degrassi show back when like way back then. So it was
Yeah, they
brought
had a couple
back,
different
and
ones.
basically they did it again, I guess, with this new generation now. So it's not, and trust me, it's not fucking worth watching
Yeah, our
because this
time
new
was
generation
Degrassi, the next
sucks.
generation. The new generation is called Degrassi Next Class.
Yeah,
That's what they
next
call it.
ass. That's what that's called.
Lord have mercy. But that's about it, I think, man.
That's all we got,
We
man.
tapped on almost got everything, you know. We try to keep it quick, short. Armani, you got anything else? Or are you just about a bunch of inches again?
Nah, man. We ain't gonna talk about inches. Now it's about the motion in the ocean, all right?
Atta boy.
Motion of the
Now you're
ocean.
understanding
Wow.
the
So
game.
we segued from inches to motion of the
Now he's
ocean.
understanding
Man.
the game. Now he's realizing. The older you get, bro, that's when you start to realize. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Start bumping into
Facts.
females that already have mileage on them and shit like that. So, you know what I mean? At that point, you can't be worried too much about all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Gotta just worry about yourself.
Maybe we should use usage instead of
Well,
mileage.
it's too late now.
I like mileage. But the
I'll,
mileage
You
is where
like
it's
I'll,
mileage,
at.
I'll
huh?
stick
The
with the
mileage is where
usage.
it's at. You know what I'm saying?
And speaking of usage, before we let you guys go, make sure don't forget Dubby, 10% off first order, LACPOD 10 at
W.
checkout. Please get yours. Tastes great, tastes amazing. Make sure if you do get it and you use our promo code, post it on your story, tag us while you're listening to this on your Instagram, on your TikTok, wherever. We would love to just see
Send
the
it to your
support.
friends.
Send it to your friends, your mama, your sister, your cousin, your uncle, your auntie, your stepbrother, whoever.
Your baby
Your
mama.
baby mama, your
Your
baby
baby
daddy,
mama
Your baby
also.
mama.
Baby daddies, yeah,
Shit.
baby
baby daddies,
daddies.
baby
And
baby
then
mamas.
your stepdaddies, your stepmamas and yeah, all of them. All of
Chill
All the
out, step
steps.
bro. All
I
right, goodbye.
knew it was coming too.
them.